That was crazy, wasn't it? I
Man,
can't believe how much they squeezed into that.
right,
Like, I
straight.
was expecting to have the bag stolen thing take up like 10 minutes and then finish at Mammo Temple. It's like, and
Mm.
then, you know what I mean? But it was actually more of
You've
jamming in the park and,
you've crammed
learning that move.
you've crammed in basically 95% of disc one of Shenmue 2.
Yeah. Because there was a moment there, when she was walking away
Yeah,
in the red dress.
yeah.
I thought she was going to say, "You can stay at my place," kind of thing. At that point,
Mm.
I wasn't expecting the come over guest house actually at that point because they'd seemed to be moving the progress in the story that fast. So I was thinking, Jesus Christ, they've already done disc one in this one episode. So they kind of haven't just yet, but like you say, they are like very close, 95%, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty much there with it, aren't
Especially
they?
if they're going to learn the voodoo as these going. So he could end up doing the book stuff and then learn a voodoo.
I mean, Frankie was saying maybe instead of the book carrying, he does Woo to get access to the Wallene show. Yeah, that could definitely be a way of going.
You think? Yeah,
I straight up, 10 out of 10. That episode is my
that
fave.
was
That
10
is
out of 10 for
awesome,
sure. Yeah.
cracking episode.
And again, I don't know if it's we've kind of been exposed to a lot of Shenmue 1 over the years, haven't you?
Mm,
The amount of times you've played Shenmue 1, Shenmue the movie, you know Shenmue 1 very well. Even though you've played Shenmue 2 as much, it's a bigger game. It still feels less familiar than Shenmue 1, at least to me, even though I played it like 30, fucking probably more than 30 times. Like I was saying 30 like 10 years ago. So um it just feels amazing to see that Shenmue 2 stuff in a different medium, which is what I should be saying about Shenmue 1, but for some reason Shenmue 1 still felt like Shenmue 1. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's even though it was in anime form, but this is like completely this feels like a different
yeah. It's a different.
take on Shenmue 2.
It is, and the thing is, what they've done there, obviously, like I said, they've cut out a lot of this disc one to get it moving, but it makes sense to do it. I mean, you cut out a lot of the fluff, like the working, like the arm wrestling. You may get that later on, who knows? But
Mm.
they've just cut it out. I've got story, story, story. But they've left, and Sheep's just said it in chat. I've just noticed out the corner of my eye that they've left enough room to have some of those slower story elements that are important. So it
Yeah.
it didn't feel as fast as some of the other episodes we've watched, but actually in terms of content we've probably covered more than some of those episodes we've watched previously.
Well, to me, it felt rapid because I was shocked that after losing the bag, he was at Mamo Temple.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It felt like bloody hell at that rate. Like Frankie says, they are gonna have Shenmue 4 done by episode 10, but then they really did well in terms of not going down the bag stealing path as like a whole episode. They've mixed and matched, haven't they? So aspects that come later, they've kind of worked in favor of like sending Rio in that direction, but the bag thing's still ongoing somewhere else in a different location. And then that's Joy speaking to Wong.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
learn a bit
yeah.
more about that. So they could mix and match like that. It's really cool how they've decided to go about doing that.
I am amazed at how well they put together. The animation is for me looks better. Like you said, it's more colourful, and man, oh man, it just looks really good. Mike, yeah, I think the pacing of two probably does fit anime better because it is more story
Yeah,
driven. There's a lot more
yeah, yeah, yeah.
going. So it does make sense. But man, the soundtrack, holy shit, that soundtrack is insane. Like, sell it and sell it now. Take my money.
Mm.
Name your price, sort of thing.
Well, the thing is, I don't know where. Again, I don't know where we were talking about it, but in the Shenmue 1 aspect of the anime, they hadn't really done any epic music, had they?
No.
So someone mentioned saying like, I hope we get Waves of Morning Haze. It's like Wong on the boat, and I was like, well, that would be amazing, but they've done the whole of Shenmue 1 and they've only used the main theme, haven't they? The rest of it's been like remixed or new music.
Now,
But today, like say, the music was like perfect, and it was new. It was new stuff, but it was perfect still. It was like it could have been from Shenmue 2.
Now, I've been working while we've been talking behind the scenes, and my reaction said it all here. Fucking Niawu. Landy
Yes.
sat in the bloody castle.
So is that where he
Holy
is? Is
fuck.
that he's supposed to be there now? Then?
Well, look, I'll pull it up on the screen for everybody now because I've been working behind the scenes while we've been talking to grab a couple of screenshots. So this is the Shenmue 3 screenshot just popping up on the screen now, right? When Landy sat in the castle. Okay?
So,
and then, have you got that on your screen?
I do appreciate that, but then I'm thinking now, Niawu's like Guilin. He's supposed to have only just arrived in Hong Kong. So why is he there?
But how far
And then, obviously, we know at some point he's going to meet Rio in Kowloon.
Yeah.
He's going to be on the rooftop. So, are they just said this is his China base? So this is where he is most of the time in China.
Yeah, possibly.
I suppose he's got a helicopter, so I don't know how long's a helicopter trip from here to...
exactly. And then, so you got this screenshot here for Shenmue 3. Okay, now the next one I'm going to pull up is a bit of a rough shot because I did it very quickly. Now, if it works, bloody thing. And there's the shot.
I'll read some of your chat out in a minute, guys.
And there's the shot from the anime. That is categorically
100%
that is Niawu fucking castle. But man, does that look? Yeah, Spags, you could be right, but that is Niawu. Whether he's there or not, that is Niawu.
And it was cool how they did it because it was like a 1 second shot.
Yeah.
So it was like if you blink, you miss it. And it's like, for people that have played Shenmue 3, instantly recognisable.
Yeah, but Landy looks really menacing there. Like, really menacing. Like, he's going to fuck Rio up when he turns up. That's a really cool shot. Like, yeah, they've done an absolute treat with that one. Amazing.
So let's see what people are saying. So Spags is saying he thinks it's more of an Easter egg for us than Landy's actual location. And Frankie's saying, are we saying that now Niawu Castle is the Chi Men headquarters?
We know from Shenmue 3 it's definitely Niausen's headquarters, the Chi Men. So it is a HQ of sorts. Again, Frankie, this is something I'm thinking. Will we see some nods to Niausen? Because think of the planning here. Think of the planning here for a minute. We don't know if it's going to get a season 2 or not, do we? Let's not beat around the bush. We don't know at this point. But assuming they're planning for a season 2, it makes sense to start putting those seeds in now.
And it's not like they're not doing that already because you've just seen Niawu.
Yeah, exactly.
There. We're already seeing Shenfor speaking to Shenmue 3 characters in Bailu Village.
Yeah.
So
I love it. That shot, I tell you now, that is quality. That is top bloody notch. And we've not even scratched the surface. The learning the woo, the gone, the lot, that fits so nicely. And Jianmin, he's got a bit more of a cheeky, chappy character to him, which I found quite funny.
I really appreciate that stuff, actually.
I do. I really appreciate
Jianmin's like quite... I don't know if he's a fan favourite, but he's a favourite of mine in terms of you can't walk past that park without speaking to him.
Yeah, you always have to go and spar with him, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it depends whether they're going to do the other voodoo as they do in the game. As in, he's going to go to the barbers and, the homeless guy in the Golden Court, or do you reckon we'll see that? He's going to stumble across the martial arts.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you've got all if you're going for Wood on it, then yeah, they're going to have to do it. Can we see the Easter egg again on Wong's boat? Possibly. Bear with me. I may have I'll
read some of the chat while you find it, man.
Because what I do cheekily is I screenshot everything through VLC. Just leave it running in the background on my PC and then just run away.
That's how you're getting blind as well, but you're working at the same time.
Yeah.
So Frankie says, imagine if we see the helicopter take off from Niawu at the end of an episode.
Right. I've got it here for everybody. Just bear with us a second. It should be popping up. Here you go, guys.
So Mike Fran says, Niao's son was in Bailu, right? No, she was in Niawu, wasn't she? Oh, right, I see what you're saying. She was on the boat, yeah. So she might have been on to Rio since Kowloon, probably after Rio took down Donu. Well, we know from that comic strip, she's got stuff to do with zinging. So I would see if they were going to implement Niao-sun into the storyline for Shenmue 2, I think it would be like when Shuing's telling Rio about her brother.
Yeah.
We'll probably get like some sort of flashback, and there'll probably be something with Niao-sun in the flashback, I would say.
They'll do the comic.
And they could even work then after they've shown that, then they could have a scene where she's speaking to Landy, for example. So it's like, oh shit, this is happening now as well.
So, people in chat just want to see the Easter egg. Left hand,
the Bonanza Brothers.
Yeah, there you go.
Proper cool.
It's really like it's a blink and you miss it job.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I was looking at obviously Rio and Wong. So Sheep says if he's actually there in Niaowu, he could have gone from Yokosuka to Niaowu to speak with Niao-sun. Maybe to tell her he has one of the mirrors. Could fit in that way, I suppose. Put your words in your mouth, Sheep. If so, we might see more meanwhile scenes with. So that's a thing. That Shenhua scene. What happened there? That was nothing, was it?
I think it was
just to say like, don't forget Shenhua still a thing.
Possibly, but the tree's blooming, isn't it? So obviously, I think it might be also symbolic of him getting closer.
Okie dokie. That's a good idea. Good point.
Spags is saying if they're putting more from Yu's original plans, maybe we could see Niao-sun earlier, because she's in the Chapter 5 art.
Right, yeah. Which is like what's that, like the Guilin-y forest stuff, is that what you mean? Where she's in that...
I can't get over that. That shot was ridiculous.
For fleshed out Joy and fleshed out Zimming. At this pace we're getting there, we might even get a fleshed out Ren. Well, if you think about it, that was episode 6. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we've got 7 more episodes.
To do 3 discs, basically.
But they're already at halfway through Wu. Like you say, they've already kind of done the first disc, haven't they? In a sense. And if you've seen Ren at the end of that episode, he's going to be in the next episode.
Yeah, categorically. So I could see them really maybe doing another.
They've got to do another 2 episodes in Hong Kong before they get to Kowloon, haven't they?
I think they'll do 2. I think you'll get like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Another 2 from this point.
Let's be honest. We know.
Saying next episode.
Yeah, it's like we know for a fact next episode he's going to have his sparring match with Ewing. It's pretty obvious from the end of this episode what's going to happen there. So then you've got the aftermath of that. I suspect he might learn some Wood. He might find about the Wallin shoe somewhere along the line. Then he's got to meet Ren. So yeah, I think 2 episodes more, which then takes us into...
Yeah.
Then you're into Kowloon, which would make sense.
I mean, like, people are saying they could flesh that stuff out more. So it could be maybe 1 more episode, like 3 more episodes. If there's 7, I just think Kowloon...
Because you've got 6,
That's
7,
a lot of
8.
episodes for Kowloon, isn't it?
And then you've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You have 5 episodes essentially for Kowloon.
Which seems a lot, doesn't it? Might as well do another one in
I reckon
Hong Kong. Because you think after you meet Ren, there's still quite a few things going on. There's that thing where he goes to that warehouse and they're like overlooking Yuan doing a deal with the bloody duck racing guy, aren't they?
Do they need that?
Yeah. Do you think they do? Or are you saying, do they need that?
I don't think they need it, because you could do Zhang getting...
You probably don't need it, it's building Rio and Ren into it.
Get Zhang getting captured, and then you've seen Yuan as well.
Yeah, and there's all that stuff. There's the Chawan sign stuff, I suppose.
Man, they've got a lot. I could see them getting into Guilin. Like, if you just say you've got 5 episodes for Kowloon, I don't think they've got enough. That's got enough to last 5 episodes. Because Kowloon...
Do you think when they said that they were going to do most of Shenmue 2, they actually meant they were going to do all of it?
Wow, it bloody sounds like... Because think of Kowloon for a minute. You've got, obviously, the arrival, you get captured. You've got Huang the wiretap a bit, with where you're doing the shit in Ren's apartment, or hideout rather, to find the bell. You've then got Moonchild building, tailing Yuan, rescuing Zhang, Ghost Hall, and Yuan Zoo.
I don't know. You're fleshing Kowloon out too much there, though, aren't you? Really.
This is what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot to cover. So what are they going to get rid of? And I'm pretty sure. from when I spoke to Joe Daniels, who's the voice of Dol Neo, I'm fairly certain that Rio and Ren getting captured is in. I'm fairly sure on that.
I think that's a must anyway. That
Retro,
because, like you say, that builds character between Rio and Ren. That does, doesn't it? They've like literally been handcuffed together for days. But yeah, I can see them going all the way to the end of Shenmue 2.